When you see these signs, you better look up. When you see these signs, you better look up. Yeah, I've been walking through the fire, clothes smell like doubt. Seen the waves over my head, still I never drown. Mama praying in the kitchen, tears on the tile. Say the world getting darker, but that's been for a while. Scroll for the rumors, every headline was. Everybody got a platform, nobody sure. I've been hearing in my spirit, boy, your time close. Got my eyes past the clouds, I don't ride low. Used to chase change, now I chase change. Used to pop pain, now I drop shame. I was stuck, I was broke in my own mind. Then he said, watch close when I show signs.
When you see these signs, look up.
Your redemption's getting near.
Don't run,
Keep your head to the sky.
don't fall.
Yeah, we made for the storm.
Stand bold. When you see these signs, look up.
Every tear, every scar,
That's love.
he gon' pull you out the dirt. No fear when you see these signs. Know your redemption here. Yeah, I remember late nights, eyes red, no sleep. Heart heavy like the rent, pain 7 feet deep. Homies lost on the corner, stuck in a loop. I was one bad choice from the same root. Then I heard that still voice in the backlash. Son, I paid that price, that's past tense. Every time I slip, Grace said stand up. Every time I trip, he still manned up. See the storms getting closer, I don't panic though. Cause the hands on my life set the tempo. Prophecies playing out, I ain't surprised. I just tighten up my walk, keep my lamp high.
When you see these signs, look up.
Your redemption getting near.
Don't run,
Keep your head to the sky.
don't fall.
Yeah, we made for the storm. Stand bold.
When you see these signs, look up.
Every tear, every scar, that's love. He gon' pull you out the dirt. No fear when you see these signs. Know your redemption here. I've been down bad, he was still that close. I was off track, he was still that road. I was lost, but I never left his sight. Every sign's
Just a signal in the night.
hands up high when the sky turn red. Even if I'm hanging on by a thread, I know who gon' catch me if I drop. So when I see the signs, I look up, not to stop.
These signs, look up.
Your redemption's getting near.
Don't run,
Keep your head to the sky.
don't fall.
Yeah, we made for the storm.
Stand bold. When you see these signs, look up.
Every tear, every scar,
That's love.
he gon' pull you out the dirt.
No fear.
When you see these signs, know your redemption here. Redemption here.
Shalom, shalom. Hope everybody had a blessed Shabbat. Y'all already know. It's a lot going on. Whole lot didn't happen past this week or whatnot. Y'all can see the thumbnail. I'm waiting on the wifey to come too. The wifey in the building. She is in the building.
Shalom, Zion.
Oh my God.
What?
Nothing, girl. I'm just But yeah, it's a lot been going on. Y'all see the thumbnail or whatnot, but let me see. Let me get that thumbnail. Put it up. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Yeah, y'all see the thumbnail as far as the dude beat the case, this goddamn
Moabite.
yeah, Moabite, Sean Lou, Jet Li, or whoever the fuck you wanna call him. But this goddamn piece of shit, man, this should have been
Oops, sorry, man.
This should have been an open and shut case or whatnot. I haven't seen a case where they exonerated somebody from shooting somebody in the back, as they was running. Like, I thought stand your ground was, you was fearing for your life or whatnot. You was, somebody was trying to take your life. But this is not the case. Shalom, Linzel. Brother Linzel up in the building.
Shalom.
But this wasn't the case right here, though. You know what I'm saying? Dude was running. I don't give a shit if he had a gun or whatnot. Him having a gun, him supposedly stealing water or whatnot don't mean a death sentence. And this person who supposedly shot him or supposedly killed him, because I'm hearing other things, like his son did it and he, taking the rap for his son or whatnot. Because it's like, this dude, he an older guy, he an elder or whatever. And his son was in front of him, chasing a young man or whatnot. And it's just messed up that ain't nothing changed. We hate it among all people. You know what I'm saying? Even our people, a lot of our people hate us or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm gonna let y'all see it yourself or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? As far as the mother, and I know she probably going through a lot. 14-year-old boy getting, shot down, and they basically like, the man ain't do nothing wrong. It's like, come on, man. If the shoe was on the other foot, then it'd be a whole totally different situation or whatnot. But let's look at this lady and hear what she got to say about this whole thing or whatnot, and this shit is changing a lot of our people's mind too. You know what I'm saying, about how these other nations feel about us or whatnot. Mm-hmm. It ain't nothing that we made up or we, you know what I'm saying, don't know what we talking about. We live this shit every goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? It's examples to show us that these people don't care about us. Our lives are not valuable. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, is significant to me because I have black children. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I already know how the world, feel about my children and whatnot. Shalom, Brother Araya, up in the building.
Shalom, brethren.
Exactly. And then let's get this. What I do with my dog?
Oh, I had used it to pull up a scripture. My bad. Okay.
Yeah, use this one.
Oh, I got it. I
You
got
got
the
it.
scripture. I'm gonna write it down.
All right. What that? Oh, okay.
I left out the app.
Yeah. All right, but Brother Linzel said I know he was getting off because they overcharged him and didn't pursue lesser charge. Now, you know what? I'm glad you brought that out or whatnot, because it's like I don't even think they can bring up any more charges on him. You know what I'm saying? They could have went for lesser charge. They could have went for a second degree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they went, for the gusto or whatever. It's like, man, we can't go against this system or whatnot and they laws. They make the laws, so they know what to do to, you know, get these people out of these type of situations and whatnot, as far as him going to prison and all that, you know, for shooting a black man.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that the prosecutor just went for, I guess, first degree and nothing else. So now he can't be tried again because that's double jeopardy.
Yeah.
And that they didn't have no lesser charges that they wanted to pursue against him. So he got off completely. I heard a lot of controversy over the son. I guess we can kind of skip over the water part, whether he stole it, took it out,
That
put
don't
it
matter.
back. That's irrelevant.
That's irrelevant.
Chasing somebody who running away, and then he allegedly, because I'm still not 100% clear if he had a gun or not, and if he pointed it at the son, is what I'm hearing. He supposedly dropped the gun he had. And so I don't know, because everybody's saying something different. So it's difficult. I just took the stance of Romans 12 and 15. Rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. So we mourn with the family. You know, I know the new Black Panther Party put together something. I think that's what this clip is you about to play. You know, and there's some protests going on. But ultimately, it's got the black community saying we need to start back buying black and boycotting these businesses. I seen an update where they supposedly vandalized his gas station. And, you know, it's boarded up or whatever now. So I think to stop patronizing the other nations is a big step, because we all know that the black community are heavy spenders. But on a more important note, the life of black people and black males specifically is not valued. Animal lives are valued more than black males, and you can make a mistake. You was gonna try to steal, possibly, which I don't know. I've never really seen people steal water, so I don't know about that whole scenario. But to chase somebody down and shoot them in the back,
Facts.
it's giving he black, he was guilty, stereotype, racial profiled, and we got away with unaliving somebody who was running away. I still haven't seen no gun, and white folks been posting his Facebook picture of him holding a handgun, but that handgun in that picture is not illegal to hold it, and they're saying, well, he had an illegal firearm. How do you know that the firearm he was holding in his Facebook picture was illegal or not? You don't know that. And then you don't know if that's the same gun, because we still not even clear if there was a gun.
Right, exactly.
You know, so I just think that on some real stuff, you have cases and stuff like this that come up, and these prosecutors get a knock on the door or a phone call to say, hey, just like these NBA games, they got to throw the game. Tyson them got to throw the fight.
Right.
The prosecutor probably just threw the case. Like,
right.
I'm trying to make my career and make friends. I'm not really trying to fight for these black lives. Like, nothing is adding up with this story.
Right. Brother Lindsay said he definitely dropped it while running. That's why the laser was away from the gun. So basically, you know,
so
it had a laser on it.
He did have a gun for sure.
I can't prove. I don't have no proof as far as him having a gun. They saying it, but I don't believe a goddamn thing that they say. You know what I'm saying? That they bring out in the media or whatever and shit. That's what I'm saying. Let's hear his mother or whatever, because this is a video of his mother, you know, talking about the whole situation or whatnot. So let's get into this video. We'll be right back.
Racially profiled. They followed him around. He was shopping. He took 4 waters, he put them back. He even showed them by shaking his hoodie that he took nothing. And he walked out of the store. He didn't argue with them. He didn't have any confrontation. He didn't curse them. He just walked out. He was respectful. And yet 2 grown people chased him. He fell and they shot him. He shot him dead, like as if he was a dog. And I do not understand how that jury can come back and say that he was not guilty. He was in a runner's stance. It was shown by the pathologist, and they said he was not guilty. It was devastating for me to get a call from Alvin S. Glenn letting me know that Rick Chow was released. That broke me more than you can ever imagine, because my murderer of my son was set free. And it's not fair and it's unjust. And nobody can tell me that this is not racially motivated, because I'm not supposed to be on social media anyway. But when I go and I look at my social media, I have racist people coming to my page, going under my son's pictures, leaving the most horrific things, saying that they're glad he's dead, good riddance, and I am tired. I don't want this to happen to any other child. No black or brown child should have to go through this. No parent should have to go through this. This has to stop today. And I just learned today that South Carolina, if it's a murder charge, that they cannot bring in any of your prior acts. Rick Chow shot 2 people before. Rick Chow accosted a child in that store and beat her up with a gun on her hip. And none of that information could be brought to light. And I do not think that is fair. And if that is on the law books, that needs to be changed. Because if that was not there, then my son would have gotten justice. And to allow this person to terrorize this neighborhood for 12, 13 years is ridiculous. And it's just showing that it's okay to treat black and brown people wrong, and it's not. My son loved everybody. He would tell me like, oh, Mom, you're being judgmental. You shouldn't do that. That's against God. And the devil shot him dead, and he laid right there. And we got no justice from South Carolina. And I think it is disgusting, and I don't even know why. I have no words. But every day I will not be able to speak to my son, hear his voice change, see him grow, go to prom. He will never get married. I would never hold my grandchildren, nothing. But Chow is able to go home with his lion son, Andy Chow, and they're able to have dinner with the wife, Alice, who all 3 of them came out that store, and they chased my baby. And I think the entire family should be held accountable because it was racially profiled. And I do not think that it is right, and they all should be punished. And I don't know what laws that we need to create to help our people, but it needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. Cyrus should not be gone. None of our children should be gone from the acts of racism, from profiling, from any of that. He should be here. And until the world treats us like we are human beings, I mean, come on. Y'all hire us. Y'all want us around. You like our culture. You want to listen to the music. You want to wear our clothes. You want to do all of that stuff. But when it comes to protecting us and when it comes to looking at our children, you look at us as if we are animals, and we are not. I am a college-educated woman. I hold a master's degree in information technology management. My son was not a thug. He was a 14-year-old boy who was trying to find his way. And for any person that acts like when they were 14, 15, 16, 17, that they did not do nothing wrong, that they did not smoke and drink and have sex and do whatever that they were not supposed to do by their parents, it is a lie. And it is judgmental, and I refuse to allow any of you to sit up there and make it seem like we were bad parents, because we were not. All of our children make mistakes, but I don't see anybody saying, oh, well, you know what? My kid did X, Y, and Z. My kid did X, Y, and Z. No, they're coming onto my page and try to demonize my child, and I will not have it. And it stops today. Keep your opinions to yourself. And until you are in my shoes and you have to bury a child, I don't want to hear nothing from you.
You know, you goddamn right, Lenzel. My man, he might as well, you know, move out of the country or whatever. You know what I'm saying, man? Because that's that's just crazy, man. You know, this dude, he's been in, you know, different situations where he didn't shot at somebody or he even harmed somebody. He beat somebody, and that wasn't. They didn't let them bring that out on court or whatnot. But that's evidence. That's another form of evidence or whatnot. You know, the mother and the son should be charged too, accessory. You know what I'm saying, to murder or whatnot. You know, all of them should be locked up right now, because if the shoe was on the other foot and that was, you know, one of us, or you know, 3 of us or 4 of us, they're gonna charge all our ass, and they're gonna give us, you know, the maximum time and all that shit. So, you know, I mean, this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing new as far as what our people have to go through living in America or whatnot. You know, it's this shit right here. It's like, man, it's you don't even want to let your kids out. You don't even want to let them. You know what I'm saying? You know, do, you know, kid shit.
Right.
Like, go to the fucking store and shit. You know.
At 14, you should be able to go to the store.
Right.
This is the type of stuff that make you want to leave the country.
Right.
This is the type of stuff that make you want to only deal with your own people. And I know we got problems within our own community too, but this is the type of stuff that make me, like, I honestly told my husband, like, I'm ready to leave America again. Like, it just be too much going on here. It's a little store on the corner. Now, we haven't lived in this house a year yet, and it's a store on the corner. And I don't know what they are. They look like Edomite, some form of Edomite.
They the pinkest of the booties.
Yeah, I don't know if they like Chaldean or whatever they are.
Motherfucking pinkest of the booties and shit.
We walked to the store like 2 or 3 times, and our son 12, and I told my husband, like, I was on the phone with him, and our son was trying to go to the store, and I was like, nah, just wait on me to get home. I'll take him to the store, because that whole corner store stuff. Like, when I was a kid, that's, you know, it was black people who owned the corner store still. That sending your kid to the corner store with the other nations, I'm just like, you know, I'd rather drive you to first of all, the prices is too high for that little BS chips and stuff. But anyway, I'm just saying that to say, like, sometimes you just get a feeling about some of these businesses, and you be like, you know what? Remember I was telling you, like, I'd rather take him to the store myself than for him to go to that particular store. I just don't like the energy. The last time we all went together, I didn't like that. But in this case, I feel like it's so many layers to this particular case.
It is.
Especially with
Definitely.
the gun, no gun, did he drop it? Did he point it at somebody? All of that. But I just think a lot of people agree it's hard to justify shooting someone and they're running away and you shot them in the back. I know it was a story with the police who did that. I forget the black man, same thing. I'm running away and you shot me in the back. But to me, this just fall under the curses.
Right. Brother Rod said Carmelo's jury has not one single black person shaking my head. Yeah, we was on that next. We was gonna talk about that next. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm saying. We got to bring all this out. You know, it seemed like it's a lot of racial tension.
Oh, he said Carmelo.
Yeah, Carmelo.
Oh, he's talking about that
exactly,
the other
right.
case.
The other
Yeah,
case,
we
right.
heard about that, and everybody.
That's what I'm saying. I got a video on it.
Oh, okay.
But just like I said, it's a lot of. It seemed like it's a lot of racial tension and whatnot. Just like she said, as far as people going on her page and. You know, and it's the pinkest of the boobies that's on there talking about, you know,
good
it's
riddance.
good for good riddance and all that stuff.
One less thug.
Right. You know, you got people like Officer Tatum. You know what I'm saying? And he hate himself and his people or whatnot. But it's I can't say it's crazy. But it's just it's messed up that our people have to sit up and listen to or see somebody make a comment about their son and they just passed
Right.
away. That's and you know, trying to demonize their child or whatever, and don't even know the full extent of the story or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We still only know little bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? Because we know how they hold and hide shit from us.
That's
you
why
know?
I said they threw the case.
Exactly,
Come
right,
on, come on,
right,
we ain't stupid.
right.
That's why I brought out that scripture. You supposed to mourn with people who mourn, not sit up. The balls to tell a mother, thank good riddance that your son is dead. The arrogancy. That's what I'm saying. White people are so hypocritical. They conveniently forget their history about them being thugs or their ancestors. They
Exactly.
forget their history. And then with
Yeah.
black people, it's like we have to finally accept and realize we live in a violent country. This country is violent towards us. It always has been. And as much as we want to try to forget or think that things change and the old days are gone away, this place is violent.
That's why we violent. We was
Towards-
taught exactly. We was taught from them. You know what I'm saying? The savageness and all the things that they do to us,
Pitting
we
us
was-
against each other.
Exactly right.
They
right.
taught that. So it's like you got the white folks who black people is they demonized him for that Facebook post of him holding a firearm, but it's like white people take pictures holding firearms all the time, but
Yeah.
but they're hunters.
Yeah.
They're patriots. When a black person hold a gun, you a thug.
You a thug.
Then the violent aspect of this country, we can't be in denial how violent this place is for us. A everyday run, a everyday traffic stop, you know, just little stuff can just change your life.
Right, and that's, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, you know, my wife's talking about, you know, she ready to leave or whatnot. I feel her, you know what I'm saying, because I'd rather leave this goddamn country to then, you know, be burying one of my kids. Because I'm probably gonna, you know what I'm saying, be right next to him, because I can't just sit back and just be like, oh, they, you know, no, man. I'm
Waiting on justice.
Right, yeah.
Which will never be. And I guess my thing is, we know the feeling of living somewhere that's not racist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's something that most people, black people, don't even know. You don't know how
They don't know.
oppressed and violent America is till you leave.
Right.
And you like, wait a minute, everybody ain't got a gun here. There's no such thing as a drive-by shooting here. There's no such thing as racial profiling because everybody black. And I know that that's, I'm not trying to make it seem like a flea doctrine or, you know, somebody's better than somebody for living abroad. I'm just saying the way of life of not having to worry about something's gonna happen to your kid because you live amongst the devil. That's a burden that a lot of our people don't even know, like what that way of life is like. Even if you live in a suburb or a nice area, you still around them. You still policed by them. You're still governed by them. So to go somewhere where you're policed by you, you're governed by you, you're on the money, it's just, I guess I just never forgot that feeling. And when stuff like this happens, it makes me be like, I want that feeling again, to be able to go anywhere and the color of my skin is irrelevant.
Right, exactly. But I guess we can skip this. I don't
It's-
know.
it's
Goofy ass
it's-
up here and shit.
For me, it's too much back to back. The Cyrus and the Carmelo situations happen at the same time.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
it's Gentile fatigue for me. I'm sick of these people because we got our national stuff we deal with. You got your international stuff. Then you got your own personal stuff that you deal with. Just trying to go to the store, rude white folks want to shop all on top of you, be rude, can't say excuse me, want to be in your business, want to police you, ask you questions about what you doing, expect you to answer them. They want you to be their personal slave and work hard. It's just so much going on. But I guess, you know, we got to talk about it.
Right. But let's talk about this Carmelo Anthony situation. As far as, you know, it's an all white jury. Like, and it's like, you know, it's a playbook. We know how this story gonna end or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
We already know, you know, like, dude probably, he ain't got a damn, you know, a chance, and he ain't got a chance. You know what I'm saying? But let's look at this and we'll be back to talk about it.
I'm about to explain, but social media is losing it after they find out Carmelo Anthony will have an all-white jury to determine if he's guilty of first-degree unaliving of Austin. What's crazy, there was 3 black women left that could have been jurors, but the prosecutor had them removed because they're teachers, claiming that because they work for the same district, they might be too biased or emotional. There were also multiple other black people and some white jurors that were also removed because they stated that they don't think they could find themselves giving him life in prison. One man stated that he couldn't see himself putting a brother in jail. Another juror stated that one mistake, one argument, one conflict cannot define him as a bad person. Now, one part of social media is calling this out, saying that a group of jurors that resemble the person who passed away are definitely going to give him life, while others are saying that just because it's an all-white jury does not mean that they're gonna be unfair. But regardless, I'm just here reporting the news and the reasons that the prosecutor gave. If you enjoy me reporting in my content, please like, follow, and turn on your notifications for more information later.
And see, this is what I was saying earlier about these prosecutors and these defense attorneys and throwing the case. Because again, when I was looking into this, the prosecutor and the defense, both attorneys have to agree on the jury selection. So why the hell, if I'm representing him, why would I agree to this? You get what I'm saying? Why would I agree?
It would have been a prolonged jury selection.
That's my whole point of them throwing this stuff. Look, we gonna come back later down the road and we gonna throw you one, or you gonna make it to the judge seat for if you do this. But they throwing this because what prosecutor, and they right or no, being defended. So what defense attorney is gonna agree with that jury selection? And that was white people's thing. Well, his attorney agreed with it, so what's the problem? A jury of your peers doesn't mean your skin complexion or your age. It means a fellow U.S. citizen. And I'm like, I just kept thinking about this. Like, who would agree to this? Are you really even trying to get this brother off? Or are you trying to make your career? Remember that movie with Jamie Foxx, Law Abiding Citizen? And he was like, it ain't what's true, it's what you can prove in court.
Right, exactly.
I don't be believing and trusting this system is rigged.
It's rigged. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how many people, as far as like, people got to understand. Our people don't. I know our people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? The pinkest of the booties, meaning white people, they don't care. It's all about them anyway. You know what I'm saying? As far as them, this is their country. This is their system or whatnot. They gonna believe in their system, but it's real hard for me to get a grip on our people believing in this goddamn system and getting justice. Like how, man? How? It's with an all white juror. I can't see it, man. It's like I feel like dude cooked. Like he done for, right. Man.
And I know we haven't the trial haven't started, but all I could think about is when this first happened, and they said how much the white boy used to bully him and taunt him and harass him, and I'm like, because somebody I saw something where I guess another kid who went to their school was like, basically he came there on one looking for something, and I'm like, but that's because he had been bullied prior to that, and that was probably that day. You know how sometimes you go to work or you go to school and you like, I'm tired of this. If anybody try me today, it's on.
Right. See, I'm not familiar with
what actually happened.
But
yeah,
I'm familiar with him, the boy brother, and all. They had other friends there too. You know what I'm saying? That was there. So again, just like I said in this other case with the family, they should be charged or whatever. These other people, they should be charged for his brother's death. Just like how they do it as far as accessory or whatnot.
Yeah.
Even his brother. Even though Carmelo, he was the one who took the man's life or whatever. his brother and his other friends should be charged for Carmelo taking his life, because that's their system. But that's just towards us, though.
Right, that's just towards us, because y'all remember that the study that they did with little black kids with the baby doll test that went viral, you know, where they put a white baby doll and a black baby doll, and all of the little black kids was like, the black baby doll was the bad one, it was the ugly one. So when you put up a picture of the white boy who got killed and Carmelo Anthony, most people from a psychological standpoint, oh, he the wrong, he guilty.
Yeah.
Same thing with the child and Cyrus. You see a little black boy, and then you see this Asian man. Oh, he guilty. He the thug. He the bad one, because that's the stereotype or narrative they painted against our people since they brought us over here, while simultaneously having a selective memory of their own history of being thugs. A black man with a handgun and a pocket full of bullets is not the same as a white man with the army conquering nations.
Facts.
And making millions of people bow to them and unaliving them and forcing their God and religion on you.
Facts. Let's talk about that.
That's what make me be like, and plus the scriptures tell us ain't no win here.
Right.
Nobody's gonna buy us or redeem us. Their justice system is not made for us. It don't matter.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, we know our history. We know the things that they doing, and to this day that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as other countries and all that stuff, it's not a secret. It shouldn't be a secret no more. You know what I'm saying? Especially the black people. It shouldn't be no secret as far as, you know, the nature of these people. It shouldn't be.
To me, the majority of black people want justice. Like his mama said, this should be the end of this, which it should. But when you think about it from a biblical standpoint, God already told us what it is. So we can't forget that part of it. No matter how much this hurts, it's like, well, God told us this is what it's going to be until he set us free, or, you know, use the other nations to begin to take away their superiority.
Exactly.
So it's like, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, I want to stay in this country and live under democracy, but I want you to treat me fair.
Right, exactly. Right. It's like, if you want this to continue, you know what I'm saying, this system, the dominance of this country, then you got, I look at you as sick. You're a sick individual. If you want it to continue, it's going to continue like this. Right. It's not going to be no change. Exactly. So you got to pick. Right. Pick your poison. Exactly. You want Caesar? Right. You want to give Caesar what belongs to Caesar, or do you want to go take your behind back to the motherland? Right. And maybe not have Amazon and all of these conveniences. Right. Exactly. Yeah. But you can't get both. You can't. You can't. The Most High not gonna have it that way. Exactly. These people is not gonna change. Choose ye this day who you gonna serve. Exactly. But we got other topics and whatnot. I've been hearing a lot about this energy crisis that's coming and whatnot. They've been talking about it a lot. We know the situation going on in the Middle East, the Strait of Hormuz, and it's about to start affecting us. You know what I'm saying? It's not really, it's affecting us a little bit, you know what I'm saying, like with the gas prices, but it's really about to, you know what I'm saying, start hitting us. And I got a couple of videos of them talking about it, so we're going to look at these videos and we'll be right back, y'all.
I don't think people realize that the energy crisis hasn't actually started yet. You know, a lot of people think we're in the middle of it, but we're not. It hasn't even begun. $4.50 gas does not make an energy crisis. No, we're just headed towards an energy crisis. That's what we've been talking about for the last 2 or 3 months. The warnings from Exxon and Chevron are about the coming energy crisis, when we run out of cushion, when we no longer have commercial inventories or lots of stocks in SPRs around the world. That's when the energy crisis actually begins. And sure, for a lot of people, it feels like an energy crisis already because the cost of all of the other things they're buying, like electricity and food and things like that. Like, so sure, it is hitting their wallets like we're already in a crisis. I'm not sure what's going to happen when the real crisis comes, and that day is coming, because Iran is not negotiating. They have us over a barrel, for lack of a better term. So as we get closer to that second week of July that Exxon and Chevron keep warning about, traders are going to start bidding more aggressively for future barrels of oil, and it's going to get more expensive. You cannot artificially manipulate down a crisis. That's not how this works. If we were currently in a crisis, they wouldn't be able to manipulate the market. But the manipulation of the market can absolutely get you much closer to the crisis much faster, as it does not do anything to slow down demand. You need demand destruction to help slow down the coming crisis. Every time they manipulate the market down, they actually hurt themselves and us. They just don't know that because, let's be honest, they're not terribly bright. That increases demand at a time where we need demand desperately to be falling, not increasing. When demand is increasing, we're increasing the use of the limited supplies we have left. That is the worst thing you can do. And if anyone tries to predict what exactly is going to happen when that crisis begins, they're probably not going to be very correct, because the fact of the matter is, when this crisis starts, we will have never seen anything like it before. We will have no historical context to base it off of. This will be completely new for all of us. But keep in mind that when the crisis begins, it doesn't mean we're out of oil and gas here in the United States. It just means we've used up our cushion, our buffer, our insurance policy. So any slight disruption can cause things to get drastically worse very fast. And yes, that's going to happen in the middle of hurricane season. Yes, that's going to happen in the middle of summer when we have the most refinery outages we typically have due to the very hot weather. Iran's entire plan is to lead us straight into this crisis. So it's coming. They're not going to give up. This is how they win. So don't get tricked by current falling gas prices that this crisis may be over. The crisis hasn't even begun. This is like the warm-up period. Thanks.
I mean, it's a lot, you know what I'm saying, to unravel with what he said. But I want to key in on some things, you know, because he said he been talking about this for about 2 or 3 months. We've been talking about this for years. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about this shit for years. And people been looking at us like we crazy and all that stuff, and they don't want to believe it. And you know what I'm saying? I guess, you know, we smoking on some, or we on some type of drugs or whatnot. But we here. You know what I'm saying? We here. And we wanted to, you know, further go on. We want it to happen. We encouraged, you know what I'm saying, Iran to do what they're doing, because Iran, just like you said, Iran got America by the balls. You know what I'm saying? And you got the whole world is watching. China, they watching. Russia, they watching. You know, China even said something about like, is this America? You know what I'm saying? Basically, America, you struggling with this country, Iran?
That remind me, is it Revelation? How has the hammer of the
No,
whole
I think that's Isaiah. That might be Isaiah. Let's get it. Let's get it right quick. But while you bringing that up, Brother Arai, he put a comment up. No, why am I not getting? Okay, I'm gonna just read it off because it's not coming up on my phone right now. But Brother Rod said, and they'll blame us as usual for their bullshit. Exactly right. Right. At the end of the day, it's gonna be on us. What's in Jeremiah? Okay, yeah. Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
And that's basically what you said, how Iran and them in China looking at America like, y'all fell off.
Yep.
We can tell, like, and all praise to the Most High, not our will, but His will be done.
Exactly.
We cannot love the delicacies. I think that's how Revelation worded. The delicacies. We cannot love that so much that we want this place to continue.
Yep, exactly. And a lot of our people are blind to the fact that, you know, this place being destroyed means our redemption, our freedom papers or whatnot. But as far as what I was talking about with China, I got another video or whatnot. We're going to listen to this right quick. And, you know, we'll be right back.
You got big time world leaders saying they'll obliterate the United States and Israel. China don't give a fuck no more. These countries are starting to see now, like, hold up. If they struggling with Iran, could you imagine a Chinese military? If the United States start fucking around with them Chinese people right now, and we already struggling with Iran, if China just decided right now to say, fuck it, we waging war too, we are fucked. Everything is done. This country will fucking starve out. I know everybody laughing at this shit. If China get involved, it is over. Iran already putting pressure on the United States right now. If China say fuck it, economically, we going to crash bad. It ain't going to be a fucking loaf of bread in 50 states. Guaranteed. Listen to Dome.
And this is not about, you know, if. It's about when. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's the writing on the wall. You know, and the writing is in the Bible. We all know what's going to happen to Babylon, a.k.a. America, a.k.a. the United States. It's not a secret over here. If you've been watching us, you know what I'm saying, going back, goddamn 10 years, you know. Okay, this is what they was talking about. You know, giving all praise to the Most High, though. You know what I'm saying, for giving us this information and opening our eyes to see, like, hold on, wait a minute. We need to be getting prepared for this physically and mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because we in the midst of this shit. You know? and then too, it's not only America who gonna feel the economic collapse or whatever. It's gonna be the whole world. You know, everybody gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? But America, like this dude, you know, saying if no, this shit is gonna happen. Ain't no getting around it. We just here now. You know what I'm saying? As far as things starting to happen, because Iran, they like, we not gonna stop. And the many times that, you know, Trump was talking about a ceasefire and all that stuff, and they kept breaking the ceasefire, Iran like, okay, y'all want to keep playing these games? Okay, we gonna keep this goddamn Strait of Hormuz on lock and see how that, you know, benefit the economy or whatnot, or how it help the economy. This economy gonna crash. We've been saying this for a long time through the spirit of Yahweh. We've been saying it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But all praise to the Most High that, you know what I'm saying, that He strengthened us, and that we can still, you know, be doing these lives and informing our people and you know warning our people or whatnot.
Right. While we still have access to the internet.
Exactly. Right.
And the technology, because you know we may not.
Exactly.
That's just something we have to face. We may not have access to it, at least 24/7 unlimited.
Exactly.
Like we do now. Other parts of the world have to rotate and share. You don't have internet and electricity 24/7.
Right.
Sleeping with the lights on, TV on, all that, fan on all night that people be doing. It's for certain parts of the world where you don't have that.
Right. And I want to bring another video out. I think this might be the video, but it might not. But we're going to play another one after that that's talking about, you know what I'm saying, the phones going out and all that stuff. So let's listen and we'll be right back.
Listen, I don't want to hear about no peace talks, no ceasefires, no deals at the table. I don't want to hear about no more of that shit. Trump need to get his ass in front of Congress and explain to them people how he gonna work this shit out. And then he need to address the American people and tell everybody the truth. How he done fucked up and done got us into World War III. And all the intel that he done gathered up on Iran and how serious the outcome of this shit can be for us. That's what you fucking need to do. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, folks. The United States is hitting oil tankers. Fake-ass props of bases over there in Iran. You know what Iran doing? Shooting fucking drones. Shooting ballistic missiles. Trying to hit U.S. military bases over there in the Middle East. They trying to delete some people. So do that look like somebody that's trying to work out a deal? Do that look like somebody who's finna who's obeying a ceasefire? And that's on both sides. Man, these folks got y'all walking around in limbo right now, man. They buying out fucking time to figure out how this shit gonna go. But they don't want y'all to panic. That's what that is. Listen, man. It'll be fucked up one day you wake up and your fucking phone ain't working. No apps. You can't call nobody. You can't do nothing. And we done seen this before. We done seen when Verizon and all these bitches go down and they go down for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. How motherfuckers get the panic and shit. It'll be fucked up one day. Your lights go out and them bitches don't come back on and you be looking like Cuba over there. You don't want that shit to happen, folks. But if this shit continue to go on, it's going to look like that. It's a thing called cyber attacks. It's a thing they call sleeper cells around this bitch. Y'all think a lot of people be fucking talking, man, and just be out here trying to film on y'all and shit. This shit is real, man. This shit is about as real as it can fucking get. Your ass into we in some shit, man. I don't care if you try to turn your head or turn your phone off or turn your TV off and put plugs in and try not to listen to it and pray for better fucking days. No, you in it. You in it. And there ain't no turning around from this shit, man. You are in it. That country over there, man, is not scared of America. And another thing, they have a lot of backing. They just not telling you about this shit. They got a lot of backing. It's so bad now, shit, the United States won't even work with Pakistan because they was getting played through the whole fucking deal. Think China and Russia, man, boy, they rubbing their hands with this shit, man. When this second round of this war kick off, boy, y'all gonna see something like y'all never seen before. So while y'all running around this bitch planning trips and spending all your goddamn money up and shit, you better stack up on them bottled waters. Better go get them goddamn canned goods while they on sale. 4 for $1 and all that shit. Hell, you might need to go buy a fucking goat and a hog and a goddamn cow. Shit gonna get real. Y'all step out there. Get out of the mud.
Man, that's what I was saying. You know, this was the video I was talking about, but I don't think, you know, like people like really realize that this shit can happen. The shit over in these other, you know, these third world countries or whatever, this shit can happen in America. It speaks about it in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
And it has happened.
And it happened too. The blackout and what was that? 2000 and what? 3 or 4?
3.
2003 exactly. This right around the time we met, but it's happened. You know what I'm saying? What motherfuckers gonna do when the phone service go out?
They gonna
internet
lose
go
it.
out, right?
They gonna crash out,
right? Exactly.
Because they don't know how to occupy their mind no other way,
right? Or you know what I'm saying? As far as when some electricity go out. Now we didn't taste that. We were just talking about it, and you know what I'm saying? While the video was playing, we didn't been through that. We didn't have a taste of that.
Rolling blackout.
Oh yeah, where we ain't had no goddamn lights for about 3-4 days. No internet, none of that shit.
And it's 90 degrees.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, woo. So, I mean, it's crazy that he made this video. You know what I'm saying? And we've been talking about this stuff. We've been talking about it. You know, year after year after year after year. You know what I'm saying? This stuff got to happen. It got to happen. It got to. We got to, you know what I'm saying, be put in an uncomfortable situation and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be always peaches and cream for us. I mean, I don't...
Right. No, you're right. We're going to be protected because we under the Most High.
Right.
Like our ancestors in Egypt. You know, Egypt had the darkness. They had the plagues.
Right.
But our people was protected. The plagues, the insects, none of that affected the Israelites. Only the Egyptians. The thick black darkness. Y'all know the plagues in the book of Exodus that happened before the actual Exodus. So we gon', you know, we're not fear mongering. We gonna still be protected, but we do got to use wisdom and understand that the delicacies, the dainties, the technology, the abundance of things that are here that they created for wickedness, okay, is not gonna always be something that we're gonna have access to. Like I know some people who sleep with their TV on, and I'm not knocking you. That's your light bill. I'm just saying there may be a day where you can't sleep with your TV on. So can you sleep without a TV? There may be a day that you can't charge your iPhone. Are you gonna crash out on the person next to you because you ain't got no iPhone? Or because you're hot and miserable? And now I'm talking to myself. When the power go out, you ain't got no generator or whatever, you ain't got no more gas for your generator, and you just sitting in the heat, hot and uncomfortable. And we've been there. That's how I know what that's like.
Hell yeah.
Trying to occupy children, waiting on the electricity to come back on, and not even just abroad. That stuff happened here.
Yeah, you're right.
Let us,
as far as tornadoes coming through and all that stuff.
That's what I was gonna say. Let a storm come through somewhere, and you ain't, the energy company's gonna be working, but you gonna have, and this is no matter what season. We done been without electricity in the dead of winter.
And it's just like you said, and just like, you know, dude said, it ain't about us fear mongering or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? This shit got to happen.
Yeah, thus saith the Lord.
Thus said it, right. Thus said the Most High. You know, it got to happen, and you know, it's better to prepare ourselves physically and mentally. You know what I'm saying? So we can have it in our mind. Okay, we know this gonna happen. It's supposed to transpire, but you know, just like you said, Iran ain't letting up, and we know that America is isolating itself from its allies and also its enemies or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ain't no more talking. Ain't no more talking about no ceasefire and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We see the road that America is going down. You know what I'm saying? And it would be foolish of us to be like, oh, everything is gonna be okay. It's gonna get back to normal and all that shit. You know, me myself, I don't want normal. I don't want the normal shit.
Normal is them ruling over us.
Yeah, right. They taking our people out, and you know what I'm saying. They got advantage over us and all that shit. No, I don't want normal. Yeah, the hell with normal and shit. You know.
I want to see suffering, pain, agony to the Edomite nation and then all the other nations after.
I got me a savage. She's a savage. Goddamn.
Well, that's what I'd like to see. I want to see them suffer.
But we want righteous rulership. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Most High is preparing us for righteous rulership. When the righteous is in ruler, you know what I'm saying? The nations rejoice. But when the wicked is in rulership, the nations mourn. Mm-hmm. Y'all know that scripture.
And we mourning.
Right, we mourning. Exactly.
Oppression make a wise man mad. Okay, I'm oppressed.
We got
I'm sick and tired.
We got scripture
on deck.
Let's get some scripture on deck.
Okay.
Let me see. You got the pull up 2nd Ezra 16:1. Brother Orion got a scripture up. Let me see.
Wait, okay. 2nd Ezra?
Yeah, that's
in the Apocrypha?
Yeah. This it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this it. Okay, this 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. So, hey, it's all written. The writing is on the wall. You know what I'm saying? You got to be blind as hell, or just like dude said, you know, you got your head under a rock or something, and you don't know what's going on. You can't see the shit that's happening.
I think our people, all they know is captivity, so that's what they want. They just comfortable with just be a little nicer to us. Don't kill us too much, but all they know is captivity.
Exactly.
So it's like anything else is what? I remember, I may have told this story. So this was probably 10 years ago. We was about to go to Africa for the first time, and I was going for a walk, taking my kids for a walk, and we ran into like 2 younger girls. They probably could have been teenagers, young adults, and it was like some little kids. And I guess, you know, we was walking and talking, and it came up. I'm like probably excited, like, yeah, we about to go to Africa. And one of the little boys, probably 6, 7, was like, ugh, why you want to go to Africa? And I remember it kind of took me by surprise. I'm like, what? I'm like, you been to Africa before? No, but Africa dirty, ain't nothing there. And I'm like, I'm sorry, have you ever been to Africa? And he's like, no. And I'm like, the mindset that they have taught us, and now our people, you know, regurgitate that. Just all our people know is captivity.
Exactly.
That's it. I remember being highly offended, you know, but it's the kid, so I didn't really, you know, correct him. I just was like, have you ever even been there? So for people to just take a ish on stuff and just, all we know is captivity. So freedom sound like, oh my God, it's dirty. It's dirty here. It's dirt everywhere.
Yeah, freedom sound foreign to them.
It's dust everywhere. It's unpaved roads in America too. Yeah. Now, some of them potholes and craters over in Africa was unbelievable now, because I told my car, I don't know what I did to that car, but I ran over a massive pothole.
She just took like the bottom, you know, the plastic part, you know what I'm saying, or like the spoiler or something.
I ain't talking about that time.
Oh.
I'm talking about that other time that y'all had to go get the mechanic and come get me off the side. The point is that the infrastructure issues are in America too, just like it's infrastructure issues abroad. The point is, but all our people know is captivity.
Right, exactly. But we know that the Most High is going to send his son, Yahushua, to you know, take us from this captivity or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't just get up and go, you know, to another country and shit. It's
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we did it 2 times. The first time, it was like, you know, y'all shouldn't have been out here. Y'all couldn't afford that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the second time, it was like, you know, we couldn't find no house. And I'm glad that we came back, because a lot of stuff that's going on in Ghana right now, I don't think, you know, I think we probably would have been like right in the midst of that shit. It would have been affecting us, what's going on in Ghana right now. But the Most High, you know what I'm saying, he gonna save his people. And, you know, we got to have that faith to believe that the Most High gonna save his people.
Right, because we can't do it.
Exactly.
We tried twice and fell flat on our face the first time.
Right, exactly. So, with that being said, y'all, it's time. We're gonna go on and get up out of here. But y'all know we got to let our boy Ernie the Edomite come on and say his you know, his
plead.
his pleas and shit. So we're gonna go ahead and put him on deck, and we'll be right back.
I don't like it here anymore. I don't want to be here. Can somebody please help me get out of here? I don't like this place anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's not even interesting anymore. It's a pain in my fucking ass! I hate being here. Somebody help me get out of here.
But we're gonna go on ahead and wrap this up, y'all. All praise to the Most High for letting us be able to, you know, do another live and you know, communicate with the brethren or whatnot. Same time, same channel, Most High willing. Y'all keep y'all head on the swivel, keep the commandments, and stay vigilant or whatnot. And with that being said, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom, Zion.
Peace out.